to the show real quick if you want to come on and hang out. We're only going to be on for about another hour or so. I don't have it in me to go crazy late anymore. I struggled greatly on election night. There was a lot of caffeine and a lot of uppers keeping me going, and boy, was I
a lot of cocaine.
Not quite cocaine. Caffeine. No, none of the none of the Colombian goo dust. None of that.
That's from Guatemala or Peruvian.
But yeah, so
that's right. You're gonna have to go through Skype for him, Frank, because he doesn't have Twitter.
Oh, I honestly I don't even have Skype installed on this computer.
What even is a Skype?
Does anybody even use Skype anymore?
I haven't used Skype since the last time we did Derailed.
Yeah, pretty much.
We used it, didn't we, Alex? For a little while? Or was that with Brody?
That was with Brody.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
Well, you know what? I'm a little disappointed in Frank. He didn't do my intro when I first came on.
Oh, God, you're such a goddamn diva.
Can't always get what we want,
I
sir.
didn't play my thing.
Here, Casey, do you feel better?
My wiener.
There you go, Casey. If it makes you feel better.
Oh, I feel 100% better now.
I almost said something so bad just now, Frank. You're very lucky. I caught myself. Let's just say I was gonna say F.A. Zillakim. F.A. Zillakim. I'm not even gonna put the last letter on, but I think you can take a guess what it was gonna be.
I can imagine. Yeah. Special thanks to Canadian Alex for putting that together for me. By the way, that was compliments of him.
And I made it a very specific rule with the Alex and the Garbage Man show. If for some reason it hit, we're not allowed to change anything. It has to stay as low budget, like that great shit all the time. Exactly how the show. It doesn't matter what happens. It needs to stay that way.
Hey, sometimes that works.
I still think Tex has the best intro out of you guys, honestly. Or maybe Frank's.
Every time it does a pow, 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 you guys don't see, but I'm always going pow, pow, off camera because every time.
Hey, Stuart.
You know what I need? I need a banger fucking intro like you guys got.
I agree.
When are you guys doing Nosferatu?
Thursday.
Okay.
I'll probably put it together tomorrow. I'm gonna try. I might try to sneak out and go see the movie again tomorrow, but I'll put it together tomorrow night and stuff.
I liked it. The wife wasn't a big fan, but I enjoyed it.
It had some. I have some gripes, but overall, the movie was pretty good.
Me too. But it was like, you know what? It was pretty okay. Bram Stoker's is still my favorite. I really like Bram Stoker. So
there's been a couple of cool iterations of Godzilla, of Dracula, but I like when they try to do different stuff. Like sometimes you make it more horror. I mean, I went and watched, and of course, Happy New Year to you, Stuart. I do have an envelope for those posters now. I will be getting them out to you at some point. I promise. I promise it'll happen. But yeah, I look. I went and saw Twilight when it first came out. Because I was like,
wow.
I'm not sure. Look, we didn't know what it was when it first came out, but I was like, it's vampires. I'll try it because maybe it's cool. And then about 3 minutes into the movie, I was like, nope.
all you hear is General going, "It's a trap."
Well, it's like because
was it too spicy for you?
My girlfriend at the time was reading the books. And I didn't know anything about the books. I didn't know what the hell it was. I mean, who the hell knew who? All I knew was Robert Pattinson was in one of the Harry Potter movies. I knew that much. Nobody knew who Kirsten Stewart was. I didn't know really anybody that was in it. The other Indian kid, Native American kid that turns into a wolf. I didn't know anything about that kid. All this stuff was new. So nobody knew anything. So by the time the second movie comes out, these kids have become big stars. They're all heartthrobs now. They're on all the Teen Beat magazines, if that shit's even made anymore. They're, like, that happened. But it's like, at first, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, vampires? It's going to be a different take. They say, okay, I'll try it out because it's vampires. The moment I saw him glistening in the sun, I was like, hold fire. Hold fire! I'm not doing this anymore.
Retreat!
Did you watch? I was going to ask, did you watch the whole movie or did you walk out?
Well, we went to the theater. I have never been tempted. Well, I'm sorry, a couple of times I've been tempted to walk out of a theater, but I've never actually done it because I paid for the movie. I want to watch it. And sometimes the movies finish strong. So, I mean, I'll give the movie a shake. I went to see the second one because I was still dating that girl and I wanted to touch her boobs. And I was like, so I'll sit through this.
You'll let the man on the TV turn on, and then you'll take advantage.
Yeah, I'll sit through this nonsense if it gets me laid later. But whatever. And then I have not seen anything after the second one. Because even she, when the last book came out, she read the book and she was just like, God, that was a terrible ending for the book series. And I was like, well, how's the movie going to be any fucking better? Like, if you're a big fan and you think the book ended like ass, how's the movie going to be any better?
Right.
Now,
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to ask, does anybody have a favorite Dracula? Going back to Dracula.
My mother-in-law.
Gary Oldman.
I'm not actually married. Just felt like that was good.
Gary Oldman for me. I mean, I thought he did a phenomenal job.
Does it have to be a real person, or could it be a cartoon?
Followed closely by Liam Neeson. Close.
Could it be cartoon Dracula?
Maybe.
Sure.
If it's a decent one, sure. What do you got?
Dracula. That cartoon that was on Nickelodeon. The intro would scare the shit out of me when I was a child. And
I'm really surprised you didn't say Count Chocula. I thought that's where you were going to go.
I thought he was going to say Blackula. I can't.
Blackula kicks ass.
He does, but I totally thought that's what Case. I'm like, that's what he's going to say.
Blackula kicks it. Hell, Eddie Murphy would play Dracula in the fuck was that one movie?
The Brooklyn one.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Vampire in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Part of me thinks I'm with MK Kratos here. I mean, Bela Lugosi. I mean, those movies, that era of filmmaking period is just way different. There was so much to that era of filmmaking that was fantastic. If you want to go more modern, I mean, Gary Oldman, the one guy that played Dracula in Blade 2 or 3, I forget. It was. I like the fact that they went kind of like more meaty, muscly, steroided out.
I bet you do.
It didn't work, but I like the fact that they kind of went different with it. Tex is saying Christopher Lee. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Can't knock that one at all. I don't know. They've all been so different. I mean, look, even fucking Dead and Loving It with what's his name?
Liam Neeson. That's what I said.
No, that
Leslie
was Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This past Saturday, a friend of mine showed me Love at First Bite with George Hamilton as Dracula, which I thought was actually pretty funny.
He wasn't Dracula, but the main vampire from John Carpenter's Vampires was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I can't remember the character's name, but
I was thinking the character. I can't remember what the character's name was, but he was a pretty badass vampire.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, what about Blade? He's a vampire. Does it have to be Dracula or?
Well, Dracula is the character, so Blade is not actually Dracula. He's just a vampire.
My mom used to be a big fan of Frank Langella as Dracula.
Yeah. He's one of those guys like Christopher Lee, though. He's just got kind of a weird presence where he's kind of good in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Played a great Skeletor, even if the movie was bad. But
and he said he loved that role. He said it's one of his favorite things he's ever done.
Yeah, I got a soft spot in my heart for Masters of the Universe, but that movie is
horrible,
right?
It's so bad it's good. It's one of those things. It's one of those movies like I loved it when I was a kid, but as I watch it with grown-up eyes now, I'm like, God, why did I like this movie again? It's because I was 12 years old and stupid. There it is. It's on. It was on Tubi. I think it actually just today went off.
Awesome.
But I would imagine.
I will say, as bad as this movie is, it was not bad because of the cast.
Oh yeah,
it was a pretty decent cast.
It was one of those things where it's like a really great concept and it just isn't produced very well. The implementation didn't work very well.
Well, I will say, in the hands of a better studio, Paramount, 20th Century Fox, Universal, Warner Brothers, yes, Masters of the Universe could have done well. This was a Canon film. And Canon film is great for ninja movies and breakdance movies, but not for Masters of the Universe and not for Superman 4.
Welcome back, Tex, by the way.
Hello, Tex. Hey, okay, so maybe I missed it because I was in the theater. I'm sure you guys have talked about this already way earlier in the show, being that we're going into 2025. I am so over seeing everybody saying, oh, what's next? Or 2024 was so hard. And it's like, no, I thought 2024 was a pretty good fucking cakewalk.
Yeah.
Compared to the shit that we went through the last, years before this.
Yeah. It wasn't so bad.
Compared to 2020, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like what? How? I mean, yeah, everybody has moments in life, right? But these people that are like, oh God, I barely made it through. Like, okay, I don't know what's going on in your life, but I thought it was a pretty decent year, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I can't complain.
I know my 2025 is going to be bad because but I'm trying to outlive that fucking prediction.
Would you fucking make a lamp out of him already, Tex? Jesus Christ. Really, with that much skin, you can make a lamp and a fucking...
Well, Nick, Dr. Nick, by the way, I've already told Casey he puts video games up his ass since you weren't here, by the way. So
that's my boy right there.
But, no. By the way, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but in-laws suck. Like, I hate like, I love my old lady. She's great, but fuck her goddamn family. Holy shit, I had to get away from this people. Swear to God. Oh.
I still say I have the worst in-laws on the planet. There's no way anyone has worse in-laws than I do. My father-in-law actually wished death on me and my wife.
I'll put it to you this way, Casey. I'm on my property that I paid for. I pay all the bills here, and I'm sitting in my truck hiding from these motherfuckers. Okay? That should tell you fucking anything.
Maybe that just means you're a wimp.
I also assume they're not watching tonight.
No. It means I want to get laid tonight, and if I tell my old lady's brother off, I ain't getting no pussy. So you know what? I'm gonna fight to live another day, my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Like self-preservation right there.
See, Nick's got the right idea. I'm keeping my powder dry for when this I swear to God, I've got a short fuse as it is, but this motherfucker's asking for it. I swear to God.
He's like, I'm gonna cut a bitch.
They often do.
Like this motherfucker.
And then they always like, this motherfucker at me like this.
Like, my old lady has told him, this motherfucker will kill you, and she wasn't playing, and he doesn't. I don't know. I had to get away and come to be with my internet family besides Casey because he's the retarded cousin we keep in the basement. But it's fine. Whatever. So
I just want to say on a side note, it sounds so weird to me to hear you say old lady because over here we say old lady for our mother, not our wife.
No,
it's so strange to me.
Around here, if your woman reaches old lady status, that means she's good to go. So it's all good.
Yeah, we say it for like our mother, like that's your old lady.
Well, I love my mother, but my mother-in-law can jump the fucking bottomless pit. And
on that note, let's welcome to the show, MK Kratos. What's up, brother?
Kratos.
Do you have a pit for his mother to jump over? Or mother-in-law, sorry.
No mother-in-laws just yet. But hopefully me and my girl can tie the knot soon.
It's a trap.
Yeah, don't do
that.
Hey, Nick's not. Once again, Nick ain't lying. I'm telling you what. The man's not wrong. Holy shit.
That's why you always marry the ones where their family are dead. You know, it just makes the most sense.
Well, Tex, you had texted me earlier. Let's get to this now.
Yes.
Some of your favorite things in entertainment that happened over the year, your best picture, best actor, things like that.
Yeah, I don't have the list in front of me. If you would like to read it, I can talk about it as you go. But yes, I did send this to you just in case.
Well, you said here's your top 10 horror movie list. You got Terrifier 3 at number 1. Maxine at number 2, Late Night with the Devil at number 3. We're actually going to be reviewing that here the next couple of months. Stream at number 4, Werewolves at number 5, VHS Beyond at number 6.
Surprisingly high, but I loved it. Yes.
The Substance at number 7, which I actually really want to see now. I've heard a lot of people now telling me.
Good movie. Good movie.
Nosferatu at number 8, In a Violent Nature at number 9, and Strange Darling at number 10.
Yes, sir. It took me, y'all don't know how many times I went over that list, and I had like 15 different versions. So I was like, okay, this is my Academy Awards nomination. Of course, Terrifier 3 was going to win. It wasn't even a question. That was like given, basically. So it wasn't really rigged, but whatever. But every movie on that list, I'm not going to talk too much about Nosferatu considering we're doing that. Sorry, I'm fucking drunk. We're doing
nice to do that. I don't blame you.
Nosferatu we're doing Thursday, obviously. But every movie on that list I saw live, except for VHS Beyond. That was a Shudder exclusive at Halloween that they always released. But it was a good year for horror. There was a lot of good new horror, like The Substance. You had In a Violent Nature, very creative. Like the surprise film of the year for me was Late Night with the Devil, which, if you don't know, and since we're reviewing it, I won't go too much into it. But imagine the Johnny Carson show infested with the devil. That's the simplest way I can put it. It's a lot of fun to watch. It was, like I said, it was a good year for horror. There's obviously a few sequels. Maxine is the end of the, well, as far as we know, it's the end of the Maxine story. That first X trilogy from Ty West. Maxine didn't nearly get the love that it should have because what was that? Long Legs with Nicolas Cage came out like the week after, so people kind of forgot about it. But I really liked Maxine. Late Night with the Devil, great film. Can't wait to talk about it. Nosferatu, we're waiting for Thursday. Stream, that one was, I had to go out of my way to see that one. That was like a 1 weekend release. And I was like one of 3 people in my theater that saw that. That was made by the executive producers of Terrifier 2 and 3. So if you like the Terrifier films, you'll love Stream. By the way, Stream also got best nudity / sex scene because there is a hot tub scene in that movie. Holy shit. This old girl's just riding it, boy, in this hot tub, and she gets her throat cut from ear to ear, and it is glorious to see. Great tits, by the way.
Do you have an illegal stream of that? So I can observe
Army mateys. I'm sure if you sell the high seas, you could find anything that you want there. But,
for educational purposes. Right,
I mean, what else? I mean,
I'm only going to watch it 15 times till I figure out the exact point when he gets his throat slit and I climax at the same time.
And just so y'all know, I do have a name for a name for my award show, and Nick, I think you'll appreciate this. It's not the Oscars or the Academy Awards. My award show was called the Smutties because horror porn is a smut kind of thing, right? So my award show is the Smutties, and the statue would be like a golden pair of like blood covered tits would be the statue that you got if you wanted my award show. It would be tremendous. So
I feel that's something I can get behind.
Fitting, actually, very fitting.
Yeah, well, I thought so. Obviously, I'm going to need some funding, and we probably can't put this on TV, so it's going to have to be maybe like a
streaming service,
an internet streaming service, thing. But who doesn't love hot naked women and gratuitous violence and gore? If you don't like that, just get the hell out of here. I don't know what to tell you.
Agreed. Speaking of which, did anyone else see what happened with like the Squid Games actor in the past 24 hours?
I haven't heard anything.
One of the actors who played a transgender character on season 2 is under hot water for posting a Squid Games porn parody on his Instagram stories.
Oh, cute.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
That's great.
Here it is. Okay, well, let me read this article real quick. Squid Game 2 actor
Casey's going to ask for the link. Wait.
Squid Game 2 actor Park Sung-hoon apologizes after sharing inappropriate content. South Korean actor Park Sung-hoon has captured widespread attention following his casting as a transgender character in Squid Game 2. Initially, this casting choice sparked a significant amount of debate, blah, blah, blah. However, after the release of the show, those who had doubts were taken aback by his outstanding portrayal of the character, Sung-hoon's dedication to his role, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Unfortunately, Hoon's moment of triumph was brief. After receiving widespread acclaim for his portrayal of the character in Squid Game 2, the actor is now facing backlash online. Recently, he sparked controversy by resharing adult content on his Instagram stories. This has led to an uproar on... God damn it. You got to pop up. An uproar on social media, overshadowing his earlier success, leaving fans and the public disappointed by his actions. The incident has raised questions about his social media conduct and its impact on his image. Well, I mean,
fuck your conduct.
You can question so many fucking famous people about their conduct.
Is this your first day on the internet? Like,
yeah, really.
Now, my first question is though,
what
is it now? Because some famous sports people or movie stars or whatever have in their contract whatever company they work for, that company has control over the social media. Is this one of those kind of deals?
Maybe. I don't really know. On December 30th, Park Sung-hoon caused a stir by posting a parody photo on his Instagram. So not a video, a photo, which featured a Japanese adult video actress mimicking Squid Game while naked. I don't know what that means because there's not one.
Well, that takes that whole red light, green light game to the next fucking level if you do it.
Yeah, no doubt. The image was a parody of the show's iconic visual, but its inappropriate nature quickly drew backlash.
Oh,
yeah, it's a Japanese version of Squid. It's a Japanese AV version of Squid Game, and it's more R word fantasy than anything. Personally, that's all I'll say on the matter. And Casey, you're
I still haven't seen Squid Game season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, look how close Key got to that screen, right? Like
you're staring way too. You're getting way too.
No, I wanted to.
Casey, I'm gonna need a hand check from you right now.
Hands up, Casey.
We're gonna need a hand check. I don't trust you.
It's gonna look like he blew his nose in his hands. Like,
no,
I don't give you permission to defile yourself in my presence. Okay, it's not okay.
Hold on. If you guys don't see it, it's not your guys' problem.
I will me too your ass so fucking quick it'll make your goddamn head spin, Case. You just wait.
We're talking about one of the actors from season 2 getting in trouble for sharing a
Happy New Year, Mom.
JAV parody of the show.
Oh,
on his Instagram stories.
Oh, there you go.
I mentioned Asian porn just in passing in case he's like.
Actually, I wanted to sit up because I didn't like looking like this. Because
you sit like that for 2 hours.
Dude, I've been in here for 24 fucking minutes and you were laid back. As soon as porn and naked Squid Game got mentioned, you're like fucking. Hey.
Casey,
like, hold up.
Oh, I'm not that close. I mean,
fuck.
You are, dude.
Yeah,
you are pretty close, and your intent. You're
yeah.
really like, oh my god.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, really? Oh yeah.
There's even a thread of tweets of some of the guys in Squid Game in the Squid Game series in general that have done some gruesome shit over the years.
Oh god!
I'll share you that. I'll send you that.
What about? Hold on. If you guys gonna accuse me, what about Tex and Alex Payne? They don't even have their freaking cameras on. Oh, I mean, there goes Tex. So
yeah, he probably his old lady's probably yelled at him, "Get the fuck in here!"
Never mind. Never mind. The guy deleted the thread.
His old lady walked up. She's like, "I heard you said about me, motherfucker." I was watching this damn stream. Don't think I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I knew it, motherfucker.
Oh,
you think I can't hear that?
Yeah.
And Casey, I do not appreciate the accusations.
Are you saying Tex woman is sub to you? I mean, why isn't she sub to me then? I mean,
because your content sucks and mine doesn't.
Ouch.
Plus, your content isn't adult friendly either. It's more kid friendly.
Yeah, yours is more kid friendly.
Yeah. Trying to lure
I
them
wouldn't
with
say that. I mean-
championship belts.
EJ, I'm drinking for you too. Yeah,
Happy New Year! Happy New
Happy
Year,
New Year,
to
Sarah. That's my
Happy New Year,
sister.
Sarah.
She's supposed to be
Yes,
drunk at the
and-
Alpine right now.
Happy New Year, to you as well, Debbie.
So,
Yeah.
what's the chances you think Tex just got arrested? I mean,
Zero. He's
Really?
on his property.
That's the best. That's the question you asked about that.
yes. I'm pretty sure he probably drunk in public. Probably. I mean,
He's
could
on
you
his own
be-
property. He can't get dinged for drunk in public.
I'm pretty sure if you're like drunk in your front yard, that's still public, isn't it?
I think
No,
Texas is its whole new world, its own world. So I don't think.
It depends
Yeah.
on state to state. I actually know a guy who got in trouble for walking home from a bar because he was too drunk to drive, and he figured, whatever, I'm like a 20-minute walk home, I just walk. So he was walking home, and a cop drove by, and it was like 1:00 in the morning. A cop drove by and saw him stumbling and pulled up to him, and he was just like, "You're drunk in public." He's like, "I'm not causing any problems. I'm just walking. I didn't want to drive home because I've been drinking. I was trying to be responsible." And he ended up getting like a citation for it. I think the judge ended up dismissing it, but yeah, this
What I actually heard that one guy, some woman was sharing a TikTok post about chivalry being dead, and because guys won't give up their seat on a subway train. She approaches the guy. He asks her, "Are you pregnant?" She says no. "Are you for equality?" She says no. Then fuck off.
The problem here's the problem that some women, especially younger women, don't understand about chivalry. Is there has to be a reason for me to want to be respectful to you. So if I see a woman standing there and okay, now Tex is back. We thought I think the woman was watching the stream and heard you talking shit and came out there and beat your ass. But
no, my youngest daughter she's having a day. She's a woman. Women, they're fucking weird. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Either way, I'm back.
Especially when you're drunk in Texas.
I'm not gonna lie, Tex. I thought you got arrested for drunk in public. So
No,
motherfucker. I don't even
Good night, Sarah.
Goodbye.
I don't even live in it. Drunk in public. I'm in a dark field. There's not even street lights where I'm at. Like
If
drunk
we
in
tried to
public.
tell him that, Tex, he was fine.
Come
Drunk in
fucking
public.
find me, please.
being drunk in public in Texas is just like a badge of honor for Texas.
To say,
I'm pretty sure in Texas they arrest you for being sober in public first.
there is a. I'm not
Something's
even
wrong
kidding
here.
about this.
You don't smell like bourbon. There's something crazy. There's something spooky about you.
I'm not even joking about this. The phrase Texas sober is a regularly thing said down here. So it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. It's, whatever. But
all right,
no.
what about this? I mean, let's say if I just strip down naked and open the
Oh,
door to
Jesus.
my
Oh, God, kill me. No, fuck you.
But-
No.
But I open the door to my apartment, but I'm not stepped out into public area.
That's
I'm
still
in my
indecency in a pub
That's
in
still
a
indecency.
building, dude. That's
Hang
still
on, Casey.
indecency in a building.
Casey, did you get all wound up once that Asian porno started to get talked about? Is that what got your motor going?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
My God. See,
Yes.
people think I'm like, bad. Casey's the real fucking weirdo. At least I'm honest about my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Damn.
Casey, the moment you step out, the moment you open up a door to your apartment, you actually need
Okay,
to have
well,
a cop calling you if you're.
and to
if
be
you're
fair, there is a
actually- you
vast
have to call
difference
cops on you
between
immediately.
I'm sitting in my truck, obviously very way too far. I don't even have my car keys in my pocket at this point. All right. If you go out there with your itty bitty tiny little pecker hanging out, yeah, you're going to jail, motherfucker. That's how that works. So
That is a practical
No,
joke
that-
that hurts all of us.
Happy New
Right.
Year, Wade. I love you. I
Plus,
miss
he
your
could be
face.
he could be put on a list for doing that too. Just even if it,
I'm pretty sure Casey getting naked is like in the Geneva Convention of shit that's not allowed. Like I'm pretty sure they knew that ahead of time. But I don't know.
You see, Casey, you keep setting yourself up for these things.
Joseph Mangala might be the worst person to ever walk the face of the earth, but Casey dropping his pants is 10 times worse than anything Mangala ever did. Just throwing that out there for free. So,
Casey dropping his pants is going to be comparable to Jim Cornette dropping his pants at a
Happy New Year, Cindy.
Happy New Year, Cindy.
Happy New Year, Mom. She messaged me the other day. It was awesome.
Well, I'm just
I love
saying.
corny.
Casey
Motherfucker.
opening his door butt naked at his apartment is just as comparable as Jim Cornette dropping his pants at a wrestling event.
Okay, what about this? Maybe like I'm naked in front of my window. I have the shades down, but
no.
why do you? Hang on,
Why
why
are
do you?
you naked in front of a window?
Are you trying to get
What is
yourself
wrong
on
with
a
you?
list, dude?
Why do you want to be naked in front of people? I'm sure you got nothing to be proud of down there. Like I've never seen it and don't want to, but I'm just guessing.
I'm sure it looks
You're
like
no
a
John
turtle
Holmes.
wearing a
You know what I'm
turtleneck.
saying? So
I'm sure it looks
You
like
know
a turtle
Jim
head. It
Carrey
just sticks
or
in.
freaking what? What was his name? Willem Dafoe. You know Jim Carrey or Willem Dafoe?
Wait, Jim Carrey and Willem
How
Dafoe
mu-
are hung?
how much you want to bet? It's
I
like
don't
when
want- I
Peter
don't need to
Griffin
go
gets
man
naked
for
on.
that.
Whenever Peter Griffin takes his pants off, his fat belly covers his tiny little pecker, so you can't even see anything. It's just belly. It's probably one of them situations.
I want to see how fast. There were 16 votes in the last poll. Thank you, everyone who voted. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Just to recap that.
Bigfoot is real. The skunk ape is real, motherfucker.
I voted yes.
Damn right.
16 votes. 56 people said yes, they believe in Bigfoot. 43 people said no. Now, let me see how fast we can max this out at 100%. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's Casey's villain's name, the Diddler.
Casey.
God.
Batman just runs after him with a pair of pants. Put these on, motherfucker. That's how he stops the diddler. Yeah.
I mean, let us know what you think, guys. And now, look, if anybody votes yes,
Where's the new poll?
Anyone votes yes, you are being put on a list immediately by me.
You are in trouble. You are in trouble if anybody votes yes.
One
I
of
already
Casey's
voted
alt
no.
accounts.
I already voted no.
I didn't see the
EJ put the
What
hell
the hell? How about this? What the?
My Lord.
Okay. Casey has to be voting on this list. I see 17% for yes.
Well,
Casey has
since
to have voted.
since this is a special occasion, of course, and Casey's always bitching about wanting to get on here with Frank and I, or Alex and Nick. He's always bitching about a spot, right? Casey, does this finally scratch your itch of getting to be on with all of us at the same time? Do you feel fulfilled at this point, or are you going to keep continuing to holler about it? How's this going to work?
I'm going to continue the bitch.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Bitch is
Uh,
bitch. What do you
he's
expect
on it.
bitches to do?
Speaking of
Bitch is
which, don't you owe Tex a bet at this point for like how to do something with a popcorn bucket in a theater?
What?
Remember that bet, Tex?
Oh yeah, dude. Kratos, I
Exactly.
drink a lot. Kratos, I drink a lot and forget a lot of shit. You're gonna have to forgive some shit here. I got to be real honest. But I do remember
You
something
made-
about a popcorn
You made a
bucket.
bet with Casey back in the summer, I believe,
Uh-huh.
to tell him how to explain how to cut a hole in the bottom of a popcorn bucket.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Oh yeah.
You know where I'm going with this.
Well, we're
And he
gonna
was
need to
supposed
get Hobo.
explain it and how to get away with it.
Hobo Jim's gonna have to be a part of this, so we're gonna need to get him on this call. So Casey, drive over to behind the 7-Eleven or the Allsups or whatever he's hanging out behind these days, and I'm gonna need to talk to him on this deal. So we're gonna need some help on that.
Well, how
Okay,
many
so basically,
people-
That's my elephant long-term memory at work right there.
how many
Well, I normally
people
have a good
voted
memory too, but I'm about elbow deep in a whiskey bottle tonight, so you're really gonna have to fucking forgive mine.
Yeah, that's weird because
Well,
Casey's in elbow deep in his own asshole. Fuck.
yes?
Well, Nick, to be fair, that's
I
nothing for
already
him.
mentioned his
Casey-
punishment in the chat.
Casey doesn't even have chairs at his
Doing
house. He just has
military
strapping
push-ups
cones
on
that,
LTS.
that he sits on for furniture, so he's used to it. But
Ew.
Well, as we get to now the end of this stream, which will probably be at some point in the next half hour, let me ask you guys this. There's been plenty of news that has happened. Entertainment, whatever. Casey says he didn't vote, so he's not the one that voted yes. So whoever voted yes, I mean,
You're on a list.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
Yeah, we're just gonna send you to somewhere else. You don't need to be.
We'll send you to Guantanamo Bay with all the other crazies.
Yeah, you're gonna have to register with the FBI now.
Right.
Hold on.
Surrender your funds, surrender your livelihood to the FBI.
We're gonna need to check that computer that you voted yes from, because there's probably some questionable things.
How many people voted yes?
Someone did vote yes.
Someone voted yes. There's 8 votes. 88%
There's 12% for yes. Someone voted yes.
So,
Casey's full of shit. He voted yes.
he probably did.
Of course he did. Like, look.
We'll go ahead and end the poll there. So basically, how many of you voted? Let's see. 8 of you voted. 7 of you are sane. 1 of you has got some deep psychological problems. But that's not for us to solve tonight.
Somebody must have loved Jim Cornette dropping his pants.
Sigmund Freud, it couldn't handle that level of problem, but whatever.
But yeah, we're wrapped. The year is now done. We are now a few less than an hour into 2025. But
yes, we are.
This has been kind of the year has been a crazy one. If you talk about just the election cycle, some of the stuff that goes on, Trump's assassination attempt, general craziness around the world, continuing wars in various places around the world. It's been
the fact that South Korea had 3 presidents already in the span of a week.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, so I'll start with you first, Casey. I'm concerned as to what your answer is going to be, but I kind of want to get your answer out of the way. What do you think was the biggest news story of the year to you?
I would say the Trump. It's either the Trump assassination attempt, or the one story I followed big time was that CEO from the healthcare. Getting murdered, and
that was a diversion. We don't have time to get into that, Casey.
But those were the 2 biggest things. But nothing really big except those 2. Obviously Trump getting shot at once, and attempt for a second time. But that's the only.
Did y'all hear what happened with the second time though? Secret Service training has gotten very lax. Y'all hear the report about that?
Oh, Kratos. We don't have time to go into this conversation.
And we do not have time for this.
I will go. I'll start yelling in 10 minutes about this. We don't want to start that. Let's not go there.
and it'll probably.
It was just the fact that one agent missed 6 point-blank shots from 5 feet away.
Get them going.
And anything that Tex would say is going to end with the phrase, "They're turning the frogs gay."
I'll just say that you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Don't make me Hulk out, because this shirt will get ripped the fuck off. I'm telling you right goddamn now. Don't even fucking try.
I don't know. Casey, continue on. You got kind of run over. Continue on a bit.
I would say the Vince McMahon story deal is another one for me, but after that, nothing really. I'm just glad Trump is going to be president again, because I'm telling you right now that I cannot tell you one thing Biden did good. Out of the 4 years, I cannot say one good thing.
The best thing he did was stay upright for 4 years. That's his entire.
The only thing, everything he did wrong destroyed this country. Everything that Biden did ruined this country. How do you let a top 10 FBI most wanted cartel person just casually walk past Border Patrol because of open borders? He was arrested only because Border Patrol realized he's on the FBI's most wanted.
Stuart, I don't think Taylor Eppin Swift is going anywhere anytime soon, but good luck trying to avoid her.
How many people think that Joe Biden secretly voted for Donald Trump?
Oh, 100%. Look at what Joe Biden wearing red on election day. That was not a fucking accident. That was a fucking psyop right in fucking front of you.
Did you see that shit-eating grin Biden had
Yes.
when Trump was at the White House?
Yes. They they straight up fucking the Democratic Party threw him to the fucking wolves. That was the Biden said one last fuck you on the way out for kicking his fucking old ass out is what that fucking was. There's no fucking doubt.
I hope a significant period of peace and quiet and happiness for Joe Biden when he's done. That's all I can really say at this point.
Except for his son, Hunter, he can go fuck himself. That piece of shit.
That's bullshit, by the way.
Hunter can stick a hot poker in his pee hole for all I care. But I mean, Joe Biden's like, look, let the legacy is going to be what it is. The presidential legacy isn't examined that much until that person actually passes away. So
fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that whole family.
Hunter Biden can take the same route that Jeffrey Dahmer took in prison. Stabbed in the showers.
Yeah, let him
with a penis.
Yeah, in the ear. Yeah.
Me.
Cover that old man in a blanket. Let him sit on the beach in Rehoboth Beach, and just let him.
Or smother him with a pillow. Either way, I'm good with it.
Whatever.
So what do we think is the biggest news story of the year?
I'm working on getting around to everybody's ideas. Let me go to Canadian, Alex. Again, a lot of news going on both in your country and ours. What was the biggest news story to you this year?
Before I get to that, new poll for the chat. Who's going to die first, Joe Biden or Casey is raw? My man's
Hey,
now it's gonna happen.
You gotta go. You guys have to vote on Frank's stream, not on the Garbage Man stream. That's where the
I've already put my hoodoo curse on Casey. He's got till June, and that motherfucker's croaking. So
you know what?
I have a better one. Who's gonna die first? Joe Biden.
I got all the Caribbean voodoo secrets. So, if you want to drink on it, hit me up.
No, the poll's out there.
I'm just hold on.
So anyway, Alex, what was your biggest story? Frank, I'll take this one for you. Alex, or Canadian Alex, as we're referring to you tonight for some reason. What was your biggest story, my Canadian Canuck friend from the north? What was your biggest story?
Thank you, Tex. Great to hear from you. I hope you're doing well. The biggest story, and
tremendous.
This is an unpopular opinion. I agree with Casey. It was the Trump assassination attempt, hands down.
Yeah, that's definitely some wild shit. JSP, I don't know what you follow the news like most people do, I guess, at least to some small extent. What do you think was the most significant story to you?
Probably the biggest news story to me would be the election of Donald Trump. Even after the 34 felony convictions, 2 assassination attempts, the whole last 4 years of insurrection talk, which I think is a joke. Even after all of that, and after listening to how can this country vote for a convicted felon? Well, guess what? They did. And while the popular vote was actually a fairly slim margin, a little over 2.5 million votes that separated the two, but the electoral vote obviously was the landslide. And the funny part is that had Joe Biden stayed, his own internal polling, I'm sure you guys have heard this already, that his own internal polling predicted that he was potentially going to lose like 400 electoral votes, which we hadn't seen that. Honestly, we had not seen that since Bush beat Dukakis. Wow. So,
Bush Senior.
Yeah, Bush Senior.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. George W. Bush couldn't beat a goddamn pretzel. Fuck that guy.
George W. Bush only beat like Al Gore because of the Florida voting polls, unfortunately.
George Bush is painting fucking pictures of dogs right now.
I will say, as someone who admittedly voted for W twice, And the only defense I got against that is that Al Gore and John Kerry should have done a better job prioritizing America first, because they didn't.
You ain't
Right.
kidding.
Bill Clinton did.
Bill Clinton did. But Bill Clinton did, but Gore didn't, and John Kerry didn't. I mean, John Kerry reminded me after the Russians invaded Ukraine. And, while everyone else is worried about potential for nuclear war, talking about global warming or climate change. I'm like, dude, this is why you lost in 2004, because you don't know how to prioritize. But going back to the biggest news story of the year for me, the election of Donald Trump, or the re-election of Donald Trump.
I agree.
What about you, Dr. Nick, my other friend from up north, from the Great White North? What was the biggest story of the year for you?
So I agree with the class so far. And you said earlier, GSP, like what, all the criminal charges and all this against Trump. And that just says how bad Kamala Harris was when that was all ignored. Right. But I did want to add on the Canadian end of it. I mean, you guys won't know this, but for me and Alex, we have a 3-party system. We have the Liberals. Well, 4. Is it 4? Well, we got the Liberals, the NDP, and Conservatives. And then there's the French, Le Québécois. They've all turned on our Liberal government. Like, they want him. This just happened 11 days ago. Like, the Trudeau government is screwed. Like, they're finally everybody has had enough. So basically, we have a big, huge thing happening up here as well. With our
Trudeau
government.
Castro, is there really a difference? I mean, he did birth the son of a bitch.
So that's, I'd say the arc on the Canadian end, our prime minister being ousted, and of course Trump, the whole Trump saga that has gone on. So
I actually have a meme of Justin Trudeau and another I guess actor saying with a memes side by side picture meme is Justin Trudeau says, "If we take the guns away, crime will go down." And the picture below him said, "And if stupid could fly, you'd be a jet."
Talk to Chicago, Baltimore, New York. Oh wait, never mind. Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah. Oh no. What about you, MK Kratos? So what was the most significant story to you? One that interested you the most?
Donald Trump's assassination attempt, the re-election, Hunter Biden, and The View horribly defending the Hunter Biden pardon. My God, that was a train wreck and a half. I don't even want to get into Whoopi Goldturd or Sonny. I'm related to slave owners hosting.
Your first mistake was listening to those fat cows on The View. Fuck those bunch of cows.
I didn't even watch the damn episode. I watched someone react
that's
to
an
it.
insult to cows.
Yeah, they fart way less than those women.
And yes, you heard me correctly. Whoopi Goldturd. Get that trending.
Cows are sacred in India. We might start a war with India if you compare
Oh
those
my
cows.
God.
That's
They're no joke.
But
Don't fuck with them, or internet will get all fucked up.
yeah,
I can't believe
who's gonna help me when I need tech support?
I can't believe y'all haven't even mentioned the top story of the year yet. Y'all are missing the forest for the trees here. I can't wait for my turn.
Well, I don't know. Let me go to Alex Payne now. What is the story that has jumped out to you the most, that interested you the most?
It's his fucking book.
What? See, Casey, I was legitimately gonna make that joke. I was gonna say the newest that Dungeon Crawler Book 7 is coming out, but you see, you just stole it from me. So now, Tex, I'm sending you the Voodoo Secrets, the Caribbean Voodoo.
Okay,
Secrets.
sweet. Casey, Casey, you're fucked even harder now. Oh, you might not make February. Oh, you're fucked now.
I'm gonna send you all of the secrets, and
Oh,
just for
dude.
extra effect. I'm
Here's
gonna
an
teach
idea,
you how to
just
make
give
him
Tex
fall in love with
the,
somebody so he could die in love.
I'm about to make the fattest voodoo doll you've ever seen in your life. It's going to be fucking huge.
Alex, I'd give Tex the whatever killed Bruce Lee. Give that to Tex so he can give to Casey.
There you go.
Oh, listen, I got a lot worse things than that.
See, this
I
is
got
pretty
things
fucked
that'll
up.
drive him crazy. I got all the good stuff.
I
Casey, you
personally-
better hope there's a nice big ocean near you, because you're gonna need to swim in some salt water to get this photo off of you.
See,
Casey, you better believe in God, because you may see him either February or June.
see,
He won't make it out of January.
what's
Oh,
people's
damn.
problem with
Ow.
me? I
On
mean, now
February
they're
2nd, when I'm
back
reading
on me.
the next Dungeon Crawler book, I'm gonna be thinking, thank God Casey's dead for ruining my job. Affiliate book.
Well, who's next for their biggest story? Who's next?
Alex.
Did Alex say everything he wanted to say?
I think so.
I don't have any stories, because I don't care about the US. The Trump stuff was, I guess it was funny, but I really couldn't care less.
I like his attitude.
In a manner of speaking, he's not wrong. It really was. It really did get to the point where it's like all you could do was look at it and laugh.
Yeah.
Like all of it was just so crazy. Oh, go ahead, Tex. What was the story that jumped out at you?
4 minutes.
I can't believe y'all missed the top story that was the most hard hitting this year. That poor Hawk-Tua, that sexy little girl, got took advantage of, and all those idiots lost their money. It was just so tragic. Those those poor fools. The girl that liked to suck on dick, they were going to get rich off of it. They got fucking scammed. It's just, it's so fucking sad. But of course, I'm joking.
Talking about the Hawk-Tua.
The top story, of course, is not as much as I'm waiting for the Hawk-Tua porno to drop, because I'm watching that first day. It's, of course, the MAGA king himself. Fight. There's no way around it. Everybody else has already said it, but yeah, it's not even close. It's, the America First MAGA party, whatever you want to call it, wherever you stand on it, I don't really care. It's Trump all the way, no doubt.
Yeah, I would go a step farther. I mean, for one, there's not one that separates itself a long way from what would be the second and third stories. There's so much crazy shit going on in the world right now. Obviously, I mean, the Israel-Palestine thing that has been going on for a little more than a year now. It technically started like 2023 in October, but I mean, that's still going, as well as the stuff that's been going on for a couple of years now in the Ukraine. But I mean, to me, I'll take it a step farther than just like the Trump assassination attempt. This has been by far, and I said this when we did our election night coverage, this has been the most batshit insane election cycle in world history. Yeah. If you could go back like 9 years and say Donald Trump's going to run for president, or 10 years, whatever it was before he ran, most people would look at you and be like, dude, you're fucking retarded. There's no fucking way. It's not going to happen. Donald Trump, really? And even when he decided to run, there was this aura of like, there's no fucking way he's serious. This is a serious thing. He's doing it for attention. And then if I tell you he's going to win, you're going to be like, there's no fucking way. And if I broke down not even like all of the craziness, just like the fine points, like him winning, him meeting the North Korean dictator leader, Kim Jong Fat Ass, him having all the chaos surrounding the 2020 election, January 6th, and then he's running again, and then assassination attempt, and then Biden drops out, and then if I would have lined those things up for you and said this is how it's going to go, you'd looked at me and said, dude, you need to either take your meds or stop taking your meds. What something is fucking with your head, because you really are a mess. If I could go back in time,
you're using,
yeah, it's like. If I were to tell you this stuff like 9 or 10 years ago, you'd legitimately think I'd lost my shit. But it's like you look at it all play out now, and you're like, this is just insane. And the impeachments, the all this other shit. But it's if I would have told you that all this stuff was going to play out, you'd be like, there's no way. That's a comedy movie. That's the only kind of thing that happens when you let like the guys that made Airplane make a movie about an election. Like that's the kind of crazy shit they would dream of, and then it just happens one after another, and you're like, wait a minute, what? It's like,
Frank, you asked about conspiracy theories, right? So here's one for you. What if it's all intentional? They see that meme culture and all that stuff is becoming very popular, so they made the election cycle a circus to keep it within the popular zeitgeist.
Well, they've called Trump the first time he got elected. They called him the meme president because the conservatives were doing memes online to garner support, where the left they still say the left can't meme. That's like something that goes around the internet. The left can't meme. Now after he won election,
Happy New Year.
After he won election a couple of months ago. Happy New Year to everybody. Just now clicked over to 1 o'clock on my computer.
Happy New Year. And
Happy
there's
New Year
always
to everybody
gunshots
in the next time zone. But now they're calling him the podcast president. They're calling this the podcast presidency because he was on like Theo Vaughn, Rogan, 3 or 4 other big.
Wow, popping gunshots off real good.
Yeah,
Shit.
he was in a couple of different podcasts to really get his work, to get his message out there. And a lot of people say that's one of the reasons. Now, it's not the reason he won. They're saying it's the reason he won. One of the couple of reasons that he won by a lot. Not just the electoral vote, but I mean, what is the difference in the?
He won a lot of the youth vote through the podcasting.
Yeah, it's like 2.3 million votes. I think is the difference. As I'm doing the quick math in my head, it's like 2.3 million votes. So yeah, it's like if I'd have told you, if I'd have told you that it was all going to play out like this, and Trump was going to. Not only in 2024, he was going to win all of the swing states, which is ridiculous. I didn't see it happening. I thought best case scenario he would win 4 of the 6, and I was kind of straining to say where he was going to win one of them. But he swept all 6 swing states, which is I saw that election night and I was like, I don't know how. That's like I really expected him to split like Wisconsin and Michigan. He ended up winning them both. And I was like, wow, that's not a small thing. But it's the whole thing was just chaos. It's crazy shit that you would never look. An assassination attempt on a someone running for president, that alone would have been the biggest news story of the year. That alone. The second assassination attempt, even though the guy never even actually squeezed off a shot, he got kind of interrupted before Trump got anywhere near him. It wasn't as big a deal as a lot of people thought, but it was still an assassination attempt. Like that just kind of compounded it all. But I mean, you factor everything else in, this entire election cycle has been fucking insane. And I really do hope, for the sake of my blood pressure and the sanity of my fellow Americans and anybody who really cares, that the next election cycle is not that it does swing the pendulum back the other way a little bit to a little bit more normal. Because if I have to go through another election cycle of emails and assassination attempts, and did this guy grab someone's pussy, suing, impeachments, he's a felon, he's half dead, he's a clone. I swear to God, that's something that's been going on the internet a lot lately, is that Biden is actually, they found some way to clone Biden. And I'm just like, no, that's actually picking up a lot of steam on the internet.
I'm going to have to go. I think they're popping off actual gunshots over in my neighborhood.
Really?
I'm hearing fireworks and actual guns.
It's New Year's. It's not unheard of. I went to a New Year's Eve party actually, I think it was 2000. I went to my buddy's New Year's Eve party, and he went outside and capped off a few rounds from his Desert Eagle in his backyard. He actually still lives about 2 blocks from me.
Let's just say the last time New Year's Day happened and I was out in public, there was a triple homicide on New Year's Day in my town.
Damn.
I love that. They just didn't know how to party. That's why. That's the reason.
Don't know how to party, dude. I live 2 miles away from Ferguson Police Department where the Ferguson riots happened. 2 miles. You want to talk about partying?
I'm just
hang on,
Kratos.
Do you just wear Kevlar everywhere you go, like John Wick?
I'm gonna have to at this fucking point. I don't have any Kevlar though. Yeah.
By the way, happy New Year, you bunch of filthy animals. Sorry, I just been over my leg.
Well, I'm about to jump in my car and have a celebration drive-by.
Casey was going to celebrate. Casey was going to try to run around the neighborhood and scream Happy New Year. Well, Casey was.
Well, just then you really are going to find out what happens if you put your pants down in public cases.
Pennies on a dollar.
Okay, his
Casey's better off going to a strip club and get paid pennies on a dollar to show his body to unwilling patrons.
Well, here's the thing: they don't know.
Don't give them any ideas.
They don't know they're unwilling until later on. I mean, I just flashed them, and then it's just like if they're not willing. I mean, that's their problem, not mine. You know.
How many trench coats do you own, Casey? Like the old school brown kind that you can flop open and close. You got any of those?
Casey lives by the logic: if you have an axe, then it's not a no.
Well,
Kratos just left. Okay.
I have quite a bit of trench coats. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
you're supposed to have nice trench coats. Like,
You're supposed to
Oh,
wear
You
them
drive around in a
you,
white
Casey.
van
Stop.
too,
Just
Casey?
stop, Casey. Just stop.
Yeah.
See,
Um,
just on principle alone, just because Nick is such a better person, I think he deserves all of Casey's bells. Casey, you need to ship all them to Canada.
Thank you.
Nick he's a much kinder, nicer. He's not a prevert like Casey is. So those belts need a better home. So,
I agree.
yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be Nick 2-0 to me now?
Yeah, you suck as a champion.
It's going to be Nickomania whenever he gets a hold of you, buddy. He's just going to go straight up Hogan, drop the leg, and you're done. So,
Just don't drop the hard R.
Oh,
Please do not on my
What?
channel anyway.
I'm talking about
What?
kind of time.
I'm talking about Nick beating you in a wrestling match and you getting all Dave Chappelle on me over here. What's going on? Feeling okay?
What you mean, stripper?
Oh, Casey. What am I going to do with you? I'm going to go ahead and start to wrap this thing up and give you guys a chance to give me your guys' final thoughts on the year that was 2024 and what you think is coming in 2025. Casey, I'll start with you again because you're right next to me on the list. Give me your final thoughts before we get out of here.
It ended sucky because 2 weeks ago I lost my grandpa. So, but before that, it's
Did you
not
find him?
bad. Huh?
Did you find him?
My man, that was good. That was good. I like that.
But it's mainly been okay. I mean, it's pretty much indifference for me. I mean, not too bad, not too good. I mean, it's just right in the middle of the road. I
Nice,
mean,
Jay.
I'm just happy to still be here for right now and working. So that's all I can say for now.
And to my friend from the Great White North, Alex, give me your final thoughts before we get out of here.
2024 was a pretty good year for me. It had its ups and downs, more ups than downs, giggity. But the downs
That's
were
what you
of, yes, the downs were of my own terrible design. So I take my own advice and think before I say and do something. And I'm pretty sure 2025 will be an excellent year for me. And hopefully, because of the old saying, a rising tide raises all ships. If it can be better for me, it can be better in some way for all of you as well.
And to our good friend JSP joining us for the first time tonight, give me some of your final thoughts before we get out of here, sir.
Oh, 2024 could have been better. But I want to be optimistic for 2025. I'm starting my trek because in August of 2025, I will reach the big 5-0. So I'm actually looking forward to that. And, I'm looking forward to a better year. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Hell yeah. I look forward to hearing about all the cool things you're doing.
Well, Frank reached that like 13 years ago. Frank's retired and he got his AARP card.
Hey,
now.
Casey, shut the fuck up. We're trying to wrap this up.
Now, you see, I like to try to be polite and to handle things a bit more diplomatically. Nick's just like, to the point. Shut the fuck up, Casey. But Dr. Nick, give me some of your final thoughts on the year that was 2024.
Everything Alex said. They were my own fault. The things I screwed up. It was a pretty distant year. Can't wait to see what 2025 has in store.
So everything that went wrong in your life in 2024 is Alex's fault? Got it.
Nailed it.
100%. Damn you, Alex. I don't know. Tex, my good man, give me final thoughts on the year that was 2024.
Well, obviously the heart attack happened in August, so my heart tried to kill me, but even that motherfucker couldn't do me in. So, well, that was all good. But yeah, 2024 was good and bad as all years are. But you know what? I'm looking at it optimistically. Easy for me to say. Optimistically.
You said it right
I'm
the
gonna
first
look
time.
I'm going to look
Shit.
back on 2024 with fond memories, lots of fun time with y'all, lots of fun reviews. Terrifier 3 kicked ass. I can't wait for 4. I couldn't not mention that one time. But I'm looking forward to 25. I'm predicting good things to come for all of us. So, I'm going to make the best of it. I may not be here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time, as George Strait says. So, it's all good.
And to our friend from the islands, Alex Payne, give me your final thoughts on the year that was 2024.
It was okay.
He's like, man.
That's it.
Oh, Alma,
Story
you live
over.
in the
I'm looking
ghetto.
forward to 25. I'm looking forward to 25 because the new Dungeon Crawler book is coming out. So yeah.
That's gonna be
Billy,
that's gonna be the running gag now. Casey kills celebrities, and Alex wants to read this one specific book as soon as it comes out. That's the new running gag.
Of course, right? It's a series, and everyone should read it. It is the best series ever. No jokes. No jokes. It's genuinely amazing.
I'll look into it. Like I said, I might do the audiobook. I'll listen to it at work.
Yeah,
Right.
you really should. You should really enjoy it.
Frank, I did forget.
If you don't like it, if you read it and don't like it, I will pay you $50, and I will know if you're
Hey,
lying.
Casey, shut the fuck up. We're trying to get out of here. You had your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casey,
Hold on,
want me
let
to
me
lower-
change.
you want me to lower your death date to the 2nd of
Yeah,
January?
let me change. I'm changing the score. I'm giving Nick 2 points. There you go.
Keep it up, Casey. I will move your death date sooner. Alex Payne's going to send me some more voodoo shit. You best watch your ass. I'm telling you. Keep it up.
Well, I was
I
going to
wonder
say,
if
I mean,
how would I go about getting a doll made?
I just
apparently
want to toss this
you
out.
can't
I just want to toss this out there to the fellas. If you want a girl who, you're very interested in, who isn't feeling you, what you do is you cook her some food, right? And this will sound very weird, but I'm 100% serious. I'm not trying to be funny here, like Casey. You take some of your sweat and dribble it on the food, and then she'll freak herself right out over you. She'll fall madly in love with you. That's a little tip for the
Oh
fellas.
God! Don't tell Casey that. He's
What
gonna
are you
jump
talking
up and down over some McNuggets and feed him to a chick.
Actually sweats over everything.
Casey probably got a
He's
jar of
been
sweat.
doing that.
There is actually a website where you can have custom dolls made, but I don't think it's for. I think it's to have like one doll made.
Oh.
There's money that I could try to sell, but I'll look into that. I'll look into that. Let's see. Stewart says he is optimistic, but he will probably come out misty-optically. Yeah. Kratos says Leonardo DiCaprio reportedly be in season 3 of Squid Games. Maybe. I mean,
There you go.
I feel like it's kind of I feel like that's kind of slumming for Leo, to be perfectly honest.
I
But,
do have one question.
What's that? Go
I
ahead.
do have a question for you, Frank. When's the next time we're going to do all bad cards?
I don't know. It'll be. I took down my. I had it up on my.
We tried that last time, but Casey got a little. Speaking of hard R, like you mentioned earlier, he had to
Talk about
go.
You have no proof of that. I mean,
I bet we do on Frank's channel. I bet we go back and look. It's on there.
I will go back on Frank. You didn't see that.
My guess right now is it might be something I try to do on like a Saturday.
Saturday would be perfect.
Because I know that we got to finish doing the Die Hard movies, which are going to be kind of covering the Thursdays after we do Nosferatu. And
it's still not a Christmas movie, by the fucking way.
It is
Much a bunch of
Die Hard 3 is not a Christmas movie. Die Hard 1 and 2, they are. But
I like Die Hard with Avengers, but yeah, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Anyone who says otherwise, kiss my ass.
Yes, so we got to do the Die Hard movies. We got to finish that series, and then the one on Netflix that not Taron Egerton, but the one with the kid from the Kingsman movies. That movie called Carry On is actually getting a lot of good buzz. We're going to review that after we do Nosferatu. We are going to take a little programming note. We are going to take about a week off because I am going to be switching back from using StreamYards to using Discord and OBS. I have to tinker with some things to make sure it's where I want it to be, so it may not be as we come back out of our little 11 or 12 day break. But we will be taking a short break because it's been a even though we missed a lot of streams like in the last part of the year, there was a lot of stuff going on. Jeremy working at the cave
No
while
fucking
planning a
joke.
wedding, getting married immediately after all that ended, and now settling into married life and figuring out how to divvy up time between him and his family and his wife's family and making all that work. It just, Tex, of course, having his heart try to kill him at one point. It'd be nice to give that dude a break. I have some producer stuff I want to try to take care of. There is another video series I'm going to start at some point this year that will probably come out like once a month.
You have a book to read.
I have a book I have to listen to at work, and I want to do like the year in entertainment.
Are you making money off of that book or something? Jesus Christ!
That's what we said already. He actually wrote it
okay.
under a pen name, and he's trying to sell it. He's selling it hard, and I'm not going to hard.
Listen, like I say, I really wish that was the case because it's doing pretty good right now. So I'd be.
He's got like He's got like 3 crates of that book under his bed right now. He's trying to unload on eBay. That's why he keeps talking about it.
He probably is.
Tex, don't forget that book, Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon.
I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll look into that.
But yeah, there's stuff happening. So we'll make some things work. So I would imagine it's probably gonna be something we do on like Saturdays as like a hangout thing, as long as I don't have anything going on early Saturday or early Sunday morning. But I don't know. I'll work it all out. There's also some. I'm also thinking about that one video series about the year in entertainment. I'm also thinking about making that a Patreon exclusive because I haven't really fucked with Patreon for like a year and a half. But I do want to start putting some content out there to try to drive that a little more as the channel grows a little bit. It hasn't grown much the last like 3 or 4 months. I think we've added like 2 subscribers in the last like 3 or 4 months after that really crazy period of growth where we were adding like 100 a month for like 3 months, which was very odd. I wish I knew what I was doing to make that happen, but I'm just making videos.
What it was is that Tombstone movie review.
I've looked at the analytics. There's several videos we did in that time frame where we would add like 30 or 40 subscribers from that one video. Les Casey. Yeah, I'm sure we hit the algorithm somewhere with YouTube and it put us out there and it helped, but I don't know.
3 words: Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Turn Jeremy and I loose. We will get the views.
That's going to be the spring. Right. That one, I want to hit the classics.
I want to be here
again.
for that one.
I want to hit the classics again. Chainsaw, like the first Nightmare, the first Friday the 13th.
I got to show Tex something.
Again. But yeah, while he's digging up whatever he's digging up, actually, it's right there. A minute. Sometimes you strike gold with these old reviews. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any reviews that have popped off like way after the fact, but every now and again I'll hit one. It's like we'll do it, and we'll get like 100, 120 views per video or whatever, and then I'll make one that sometimes the timing is just right. Like we did the Pee-wee's Big Adventure review like right after Paul Rubens passed away. That popped big. A couple other ones that just kind of like oddly were like huge. They really took off. I don't know why, but they did, and I'm happy. So, what were you saying, Nick?
So check it out, Tex. So there's the first one.
Oh, sweet.
And then the wife, and then I got like the big one for it too.
That came out. I have the Art the Clown from that series.
Yeah.
I was there at Hot Topic the day those came out. I didn't buy that one, but yeah, you gotta love Leatherface.
Yeah, they're the 50th anniversary ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was out here Christmas shopping, and I sent pictures to the wife. I'm like, so you're either buying them or wrapping them, or I'm buying them. So like either way.
I love Hot Topic. I'm in there at least once a week, just looking at shit.
Yeah,
Hot Topic is amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
Can I bring something up?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, one more shot at this, Casey.
Is there a law for people not opening those Funko Pops? I've never seen anyone open them.
I opened mine. I'm an out of the box guy.
Well,
I'm gonna let Jeremy explain that to you when he goes back on Thursday. We're gonna have a whole segment as to why you don't open these, because we had this conversation with Cora maybe a year ago or so. She was just
I have
like,
a friend who collects old wrestling figures, and like he unboxes them all.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't tell your kids, like, hey, you don't open.
There's 2 schools. Quickly, Casey, I can answer this. I'm more of an action figure collector, but you have in the package collectors and out of the package. I'm an out of the package because I want to feel it. I want to pose it. I want to do all the things. The reason why a lot of people with Funko Pops is because those don't move, so that's why they leave those in the box. But it's like, do you prefer Pepsi or Coke? Either way is fine, but it's just your preference. Not a big deal.
If you're a kid, you buy toys and open them. If you're an adult and you buy toys, you leave them in the package.
I'm a big kid.
No, if you're adult,
Generally
you buy
speaking,
toys,
yeah.
and
Trapped
look
in
on
an
the
adult
side.
body.
I'm shocked you people didn't force your kids.
Oh,
What do you mean? Hey, what do you mean, you people?
You people.
What do you
people.
What do you mean, you
Yeah.
people?
I don't like the way you said "you people" with
Yeah,
the
what do you
hard
mean,
R,
you
man.
people?
Yeah, yeah. Why are we doing? Okay,
I'm in here, baby.
I thought we were wrapping this shit up. God damn, shut the fuck up,
Oh
Casey.
shit!
Oh, by the way, the one thing I wanted to bring up,
Oh.
my 2024 wasn't as bad.
You already had your opportunity. Shut the fuck up.
No, I just
I'm
found
gonna
a
cut
big.
you.
Hold on, I got a big plus.
I think
That
these two
was-
should
Oh.
make
Not a
out.
big plus. It's fucking right to do.
A big. I'm gonna put a burning plus sign in your yard in a second.
Oh, good God.
But
Dude,
You do that in Canada, you're getting 50 years of hard labor. You know,
Fuck
watch
off.
out.
but the top moment of my 2024 year is that I not only surpassed Frank once in subs, I surpassed him subs twice.
Yeah, but you paid for him. That's
I
different.
know shit. And
Casey's
just
used to
by the
paying
way
for it, from what I've been
there, I
told.
bet it was all
Every time he goes and buys, some skeezy hooker, some lot lizard, he's just like, "Oh, by the way, I'll throw an extra 10 in there if you subscribe to my
You
channel." on YouTube."
subscribe to my channel.
Casey's the only guy that tries to get change back from the hooker after he pays her. He's that kind of
Hold
guy.
on.
He just does a GTA style, beats him with a bat and takes it out of their pocket.
Hold on. If let's say a hooker is only
Casey, I am not giving you advice on how to deal with hookers. Be quiet. Be quiet. We're not giving you advice on how to deal with hookers. TSS2 in the chat. What's going on, brother? He says, Frank, also, every quarterly I will have Mystery Science Theater type movie reactions reviews with Casey and Mikkel. That's going to be fun. That should be hilarious to see.
Do
By
you
fun,
want
mean
to?
insufferable?
Are you trying to punish yourself, TSS? Why would you do that to yourself? My lord.
Him and Hobo Harold, whatever the fuck his name is.
Ooh,
Just
Hobo
Frank,
Jim.
you know what you should do?
Hobo Jim, yeah. Hobo Jim's cool.
Frank, one of these days you gotta have Casey versus Mikkel in a speed reading competition.
Oh, gee.
Hey guys, just
I'd
wait.
rather-
We didn't. Well, no, I just figured out. You know why he's not on camera anymore? Because he's totally watching that Squid Game shit.
He is absolutely watching that Squid Game thing.
100%.
no.
Jeff Candy says
close to the camera.
I'm
Jeff
standing
Candy-
in front of my window with the curtain open right now, naked, seeing what happens.
Jeff
Holy
Candy
shit.
is surprised that Casey is Raw is actually awake. No, I mean, yeah, whatever. Let's
Hello?
see.
Fuck, hello,
Ginger,
Red. Holy shit!
Hi,
Hi,
Ginger.
Red.
How's it going? Good to see you here.
Hey,
Hopefully,
Ginger.
I don't do anything
Hey,
to push you off.
Ginger,
Over here,
Ginger
hang out
is
every now
my
and
Ginger is my number one friend. Yeah, easy for me to say. Ginger is my number one fan. Every time I comment on Nick and Alex's show, she just loves on me and wants to hug my neck. You know, she's so nice. You know, she's just the nicest person. She's
hug your
great.
neck with some garrote wire. Let's see.
Probably, yeah.
David
Probably.
Forsyth says, "Geez, Nick thinks he's really over."
He knows I'm over. He's got haterade. Trust me. I'm way more over than he is. And he's fucking jealous.
How's it going, Dwight? Good to see you around, buddy. But yeah, so let's go ahead and close this stuff out now. KFC, I'm going to give you like 10 seconds to pitch your channel and tell me what you're doing, man.
I had the more superior channel. You definitely want to sub and like my channel. So I do gaming.
I told you.
You
wants
come
me.
over.
Well, it's been 10
Hey,
10
seconds.
seconds
Next.
done.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Alex counted. Canadian Alex counted. You're done.
Casey, what's your next video going to be about? Make it quick.
I'm actually. I'm on the timer. You
Come on, pull the string. Pull the
Jesus
string.
Christ, dude. Come on. Say the words.
Actually, I just got done editing Double Dragon on the NES and on the Game Boy. The comparison from one and the other. So that I was originally going to put that out today, but I'm going to put that tomorrow.
Am I the only
Wait.
one who pictures somebody standing on the back of Casey's neck, pulling a string like they're trying to start a lawnmower? Or something?
I bet you Red is thinking I've never been so dry in my life listening to that man.
I think when she says that, I think she says that in the good way.
I don't know. I think her hate for me keeps her nice and wet. I think she's good to go.
Jesus.
I'm the Shawn Michaels. I'm the showstopper. That's why she.
You
You are
certainly are
definitely
the
the
show.
No.
showstopper.
Casey's the toilet stopper. That's what Casey.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, you know, Ginger, you are not the first woman who actually like loses body moisture from your entire body whenever Casey starts to speak. But let me go next to JSP real quick. JSP, what are you doing online right now, man? You got anything going on? Anything you want to pitch?
Not yet. But as soon as I will, I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, trying to get into video editing and trying to get a couple of things. I've been ambitious the last few years, but it's just, things keep happening. So, but I'll keep you posted.
hell yeah.
Yeah, you can find him on Twix, Twitter or X, whatever the hell you want to call it these days. And yeah, so follow him. Go down there. I put your Twitter in the chat if you can, so that way people know where to look at you. So that way when you get into whatever shit you're doing, man, put it out there and definitely go support him as well. The Sheffield Lone Star State, my man Tex. What do you got going on, my friend?
Come back to this channel Thursday to hear me talk about vampire sex from Nosferatu. So that'll be fun.
And on Saturday's Raw too.
No, well,
Sure.
only tune in to Casey's Saturday is Raw if I'm there. So Casey should really start putting my name in the title of the show, like retroactively, so people know to hear me speak. Because other than that, his channel's really shit. You don't need to watch anything else. So it's fine.
And to our friend
Ginger, I love you too.
And to our friend from down in the island, Alex Payne. What do you got going on, my man? I've been talking to you a little more lately on the Twitter. But hopefully you're going to be around a little more often. We can get back to some of that feeling we had the derailed days. What do you got going on?
Man, looking for one wife, you see. So Ginger, if you want to come live in the Bahamas with me, you could just come and hit me up.
Oh, we're about to hook him up. Get him out.
Alex is a model, so.
Okay.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell people that.
Hey, I'm just saying he's sexy. He's a good-looking man. That's all I'm saying.
I need someone.
I want
special in
Ginger,
my
not me,
life.
Frank. Stay out of my yard.
I'm
I
a
saw you
widower.
looking through my windows.
I need someone in my life. So what about me?
You have your dog, Casey.
Yeah,
Be
but
quiet.
nobody needs you in theirs.
Now, to my two friends from up north, I'll give you guys kind of a chance together to talk about what you got going on. You are the hosts of Alex and the Garbage Man on YouTube. What do you guys got going on in your next show?
Nothing.
Take it, Nick.
And that's always the plan. We bullshit for an hour and a half, 2
What up,
hours.
Redneck?
We have no notes, and we send a couple videos, and we basically filibuster and bullshit on Mondays. Please join us and get into the conversation. The Reverend's always there. Frankie stops by. Tex is usually there. Casey shows up. Ginger shows up with her beautiful face. And yeah, just join us on Monday nights, just not to learn anything and learn some time with some guys who love to throw out bro science.
You guys deserve more subs. You guys have great content. So,
I appreciate that, Casey. Thank you. But to be fair, Casey, there are tons of shows like ours. That's the thing. And I honestly do this just to talk to one like me and Alex. For the people that don't know, I've known each other since 1985, 86-ish. I just like getting together with my friend to bullshit. And I got the Reverend's there, and I've known the Reverend about that long too. It's just nice to get out there. I don't fight with a lot of people on the internet because it's a waste of time. If I have my opinion, it's on the show. And I've often invited people online. If they want to come talk with us to argue points, come argue and talk with us. That's where I'll talk to you and I'll get my opinions out. So, yeah, join us. It's a lot of fun.
Link to Alex and the Garbage Man is in the description of all the videos. So go check out not just them, but all the content creators I have down there. Night Watch Zone, American Werewolf New Jersey, all these great movie guys that I like to talk to. I like to watch their stuff as well. Go visit all those guys and show them some love. Those are some really cool people. That's why I pitch their stuff to you guys, because I think they're cool. I've talked to these guys at a personal level. They're all pretty awesome. So go check out these people and support them all.
Is that including me?
Yeah, well, your link is in there, so I guess so. But as for me, you will find me, as Tech said, we'll be back here on Thursday going over Nosferatu, the recently released remake of the 2-year-old film that came out a long time ago that is still considered one of the best horror movies ever made. A remake done by it's got Lily Rose Depp. It's got all the actors in it are all very well known. It's a remake of the original film. I think it's pretty decent. We're going to give you our thoughts on it on Thursday as we get back to doing some more movie reviews. And then, like I said, we'll be taking some time off while I do some production stuff and just to kind of give everybody a chance to unwind, recharge the batteries a little bit, and then balls deep back into the movie reviews, both new and retro, as well as some other stuff coming up in the year. So come hang out with us. Very much appreciate all you guys being out here and kicking it with us. You guys are all fantastic. Thank you again for a great year. We went up, I think, 300 or 400 subscribers this year, which is all you guys being fantastic and awesome. Thank you all very much for being kick-ass. I very much appreciate it. Look at all these guys right here. They're all fantastic. Way better turnout for people that were actually going to be on camera and hanging out tonight. I thought it would be like me and 2 or 3 other people. Oh, Casey had to put his clothes back on so we could say hi. Invite everybody. But yeah, we will see you guys on Thursday to break down Nosferatu. Until such time, adios.
Yeah, it's nice they got dressed. Good fucking job.
Cheers and Happy New Year.
Now, I don't know if
Happy
I'll
New
be
Year.
around, but isn't it? I thought from Nosferatu, the creepiest thing was that Johnny's daughter reminded me so much of Christina Ricci. Like, holy shit.
I think the scary part is that Casey was probably beaten off in that part of the movie.
All day. All day.
The scariest part is that Count Orlok skipped leg day. Do you see them legs? My God, that dude needs to work out. Jesus Christ.
That was the part that turned Casey on the most.
Right?